I had a lot of symptoms, like I had to work out constantly. The fact that I'm able to articulate full sentences at any reasonable speed is awesome. I was dizzy, wanting to tip over all the time. Hey, my name's Ken, and I ended up getting led to Dr. Shim's office through an incident I had last year, probably a little after the 4th of July. I was in my house and I was just doing my daily morning routine and leaned over and I started to lose all sorts of sensation in my body and lose muscle control, and eventually had to collapse myself on the ground and wasn't able to move for probably about 10 minutes. It was a bit of a wild journey, not being able to crawl for help or anything, but about 10 minutes later, the numbness and tingling started to ease up some, and I started to regain my composure, but I was, went to the doctor, and the doctors couldn't really find anything wrong with me. They were unable to point me in any direction of, oh, it's this or this, other than some minor vitamin deficiencies. There wasn't anything that could corroborate, all of my symptoms. I was dizzy, tightness really in this region of my head all the way through sort of the back of my neck. Lots of word hunting. It was very difficult to find proper phrasing, put sentences together. Had to spend a lot of my concentration just to do my daily tasks, like walking or making food or remembering words at all. A great example was I could not remember what a garbage disposal was. I could visualize it in my head and knew what it was, how it functioned, all the fun stuff. Could not think of the word. I literally had to Google thing that is under sink in kitchen that mulches food, and it said garbage disposal. I'm like, why could I not think of that? Out of focus, could not walk straight. My gait was also very off as a result of it. So really tons of immobilizing things just to traverse through my day-to-day, and the only time it never bothered me severely is if I was just sitting down. Honestly, found someone that was very confident in the work they did. They were very articulated in the way they explained everything. Seemed highly motivated to find a solution. I didn't come in and they're like, oh cool, I got another patient. Am I done at 3:30? No, it was, hey, what's your problem? Let's get more data on this. Let's run some of these tests. Maybe. And they were already looking to form a plan right off the bat as they gathered more information proactively, not this, all right, I'll just give you some answers in a few weeks. It felt very involved immediately off the bat on my first engagement after my initial appointment, which was very confident inducing to me, who basically told them, I'm 90% sure, but that other 10% depends on how confident you are. And that extra 10% definitely came as I continued to participate. Anxiety reduction was probably the first thing, because I began to notice that as I started doing the different tests or regimens suggested by Dr. Shim, I became more confident as I saw, okay, well, I'm doing these things and I'm starting to see some minor improvements. And it felt like there was actually like a path forward, because anxiety can be crippling if you just let that only overwhelm you. And with the things that we were doing over a few sessions, I noticed that my focus was becoming a little clearer. My walking and tipsiness were improving. Even if it felt like baby steps, that was way better than what I'd been dealing with basically for 9 months from the year before. That was the biggest thing. And confidence to actually begin participating into normal day-to-day life. Before, I was definitely avoiding doing anything. I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't really want to leave my house because I was afraid it would happen. Like, I'm just shopping in the grocery store, whereas now that's sort of a faint thought in the back of my head. Today, I feel really good, a lot better. I have a lot more confidence. I don't feel like I struggle interacting with people or interacting with any of the activities. I would say if before, when I came up, I was at 40%, I'm at 95%, which, I mean, I can't ever say I feel 100% in any day because I'm going to get older, but I feel great, and um, was very looking forward to every appointment as opposed to dreading, like, oh no, we're going to go to an appointment and then nothing's going to happen. So, like, definitely, like, super good. If you're on a similar journey to me and you're not entirely sure about a way forward, that's actually perfectly cool. There are a lot of people with expertise, and Dr. Shim is one of those people that cares about his patients, cares about the work he does, doesn't come across as disillusioned, and doesn't offer you quick fixes and hot fixes as if he has just some magic pill or prescription he's just going to toss on you and then scoot you out the door after, you know, trying to get something out of you. You need to stick to it and move forward and trust that the person that is giving you the care actually cares about your further progression. In this case, Dr. Shim, which was very evident from day one. So absolutely give it the chance. Don't throw it out after the first appointment. It was probably 5 appointment ends where it's like all of the things I'd been feeling for months and months and months, almost a year to this point, started to dissipate. Those feelings still stay with you, especially because of any incident you may have, as well as just you day to day trying to, you know, cover your own butt. But give it the opportunity and don't be afraid to walk forward. And Dr. Shim is very good at letting you know, like, he cares and wants you to progress. That was a big confidence booster for me. So my personal physicians did not instill that same level of confidence, and yeah, they didn't help me, but he did.